Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this instructional video on how to write a 5-paragraph essay and how to write a thesis statement. Let's get started. Here we go, writing essays. The first thing I would like to share today, just a brief review on how to organize them, This means the 5-paragraph essay format. Quick reminder, there is something we call the rule of three. Rule of three. This means that things can come in groups of 3 are easy to remember. For example, you have TV stations, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, Fox, USA, HBO. Political parties also use three letters as an abbreviation: PAN, PRE, DEM, Republicans. Also, rule of 3, there are 3 colors of traffic lights: red, yellow, green. Another example of rule of 3 are colors of flags. The Mexican flag is red, white, and green. The USA flag is red, white, and blue. France and England's flags are also red, white, and blue. Italy is red, white, and green. Many of the flags have 3 primary colors. If you think of the FIFA World Cup and the Olympics, they use 3-letter abbreviations to represent the countries. 3-letter abbreviations to represent the countries, such as USA, Mexico, Brazil, Italy, France, Canada, and more. In addition to the rule of 3, which means things are easy to remember in 3s, there is gold, silver, and bronze. Another example are on slogans, marketing campaigns. For example, we have Nike, that is just doing it, McDonald's, I'm loving it, and many more that use 3 words. Lastly, in many stories, they use the rule of 3 to establish a pattern. For example, you have the story of the 3 little pigs. You have the pig who lived in the house of straw, the pig who lived in the house of twigs and wood, and the pig number 3 who lived in the house of bricks. In addition, you have the story of Goldilocks and the 3 bears. Another story with 3 are the 3 billy goats gruff. And the last example of stories would be the Christmas Carol with Ebenezer Scrooge and Christmas past, present, and future. So this is just some of the examples of rule of 3 that things are easy to remember. Why do I present the rule of 3? Well, it relates to the 5-paragraph essay format. A 5-paragraph essay format uses the rule of 3 and the 3 body paragraphs. The 3 body paragraphs that justify, support, and give examples. A 5-paragraph essay format is a classic, easy to use way to organize your essay. You have at the beginning an introduction, at the end a conclusion, and in the middle you have 3 body paragraphs that I repeat to justify, support, and give examples. Think of a hamburger. Right now, it's almost lunchtime, and I'm imagining a delicious Carl's Jr. hamburger. A bacon Western hamburger. Well, what makes that Carl's Jr. bacon Western hamburger so delicious? Everything that is on the hamburger. For example, first of all, we have a delicious bun on the top, which will be equivalent to our introduction. Then we have a delicious bun on the bottom, which is our conclusion. Now, you need that bun or that bread to hold the hamburger together. If not, if you have a hamburger with no bread, the hamburger just falls apart. So that's why it's important to introduce and conclude. Next, the important part, the best part of the hamburger, obviously, is this stuff in the middle. Bacon Western hamburger has bacon, it has cheese, it has the delicious patty, maybe pickles, mayonnaise, mustard, barbecue sauce, all of those delicious things. That is the best part of the hamburger, and that is the best part of the essay. That is where your important body paragraphs go. So that is how I compare or relate a hamburger is equivalent to a complete essay. You need all of those parts to make it complete. Now, second and last part of this day, thesis statement. Thesis statement. You may be wondering, well, what is a thesis statement? What is a thesis statement? Well, some of you may say, it's the main idea of the essay. I say, yes, it's the main idea, but a little bit more, a little bit more. It's the main idea and a little bit more. Let's see what that is. Thesis statement. Which of these are correct? I'll give you a moment to take a guess, and then I will circle the correct answers. Which are correct? The correct ones are a thesis statement is only one sentence, and it's located in the first paragraph in the introduction. It can be anywhere in the first paragraph, but it goes in paragraph number 1, the introduction. The other sentences on the screen are incorrect. Only the 2 sentences circled in blue are the correct answers on the thesis statement. Now, here's a review of what I circled that is correct. Now, thesis statement, what is it? It's one sentence that is a mini outline of your paper. That one sentence tells the reader exactly what your paper or your essay will be about. It is a sentence, not a question. Remember, it's only one sentence. So let's try to write a thesis statement together. That's the best way to learn how to write a thesis statement, is to see an example and to practice. So today I've picked the topic of Taco Bell. Yes, Taco Bell, the taco fast food place in USA. When I was in college, many times we would go eat at Taco Bell late at night because they were really cheap and they were open 24 hours. Their nickname at the time I was in college was also called Taco Hell. But today we're going to look at Taco Bell. So, first thing, we're going to pick a topic, Taco Bell. Now we're going to think about, what do we want to say about Taco Bell? Now, number 2, let's be specific. We have to add some ideas onto what we want to say about Taco Bell. Well, as I mentioned before, who goes to Taco Bell? In my time, it was college students who would go because it's open 24 hours. So here is our first draft. We're not yet finished yet. We are now more specific, but why? I mean, we have a topic, but we don't have the focus yet. Step number 3, be arguable. What does that mean? We need to create an argument about Taco Bell. An argument can also be considered the why. Well, this is just a statement. This is just a fact. We don't have any argument or focus on this yet. There is no argument yet. So let's try step number 4. Why do college students go to Taco Bell? Well, here's our revision number 2. College students like to go to Taco Bell because it's one of the best fast food restaurants around. We're going to write that. I don't say that I agree with that yet, but we're getting there. But we have a specific statement with an argument or a focus or an opinion. Let's move to step 4. Now, what is the paper going to be about? Well, we don't know yet. We don't have a clear outline of our paper. We see the topic, and we see here they use the stance. We could also call that the focus or argument or the why, whatever word you like better, we can call that. But we don't know what's going to come in the body of the paper yet. We're still missing about what will come in the body of the paper. So let's rewrite it again. Here we have a better thesis statement. College students like to go to Taco Bell because it's one of the best fast food restaurants around and has cheap prices, good food, and it's open 24 hours. Well, we have all the parts now. We have our topic. Our topic is college students like to go to Taco Bell. That is our topic. We have now the second part of a thesis statement. We can call it the opinion or the focus. The opinion is we say that it's one of the best fast food restaurants around. And it has the third part, which is our arguments. our 3 arguments we're providing to justify our topic are cheap prices, good food, and open 24 hours. Now, cheap prices we will go through and detail and describe and explain in paragraph number 2. Paragraph number 3, we will explain, justify, detail, give examples of good food in paragraph number 3. And in paragraph number 4, we will present our argument of it's open 24 hours. So if you see here, we have our 3 parts of our thesis statement. We have topic, opinion, and arguments. We call this a mini outline of our paper because we're stating exactly here what we're going to detail and explain in our body paragraphs. This is why a thesis statement is a main idea and a little bit more. Main idea and with your arguments. Now, we have everything complete, but let's make this thesis statement a little better. Let's change the wording around and make it sound more professional. Here we've changed around the words a little bit. We've changed cheap to inexpensive. I like the sound of that better. We changed good food to delicious food. And that's about all we changed. So this is our complete thesis statement. Questions, comments, doubts? Let's look at one more example. Okay, here are 2 examples up on the screen, thesis statements. Smoking should be prohibited. Well, okay, here we have our topic, which is smoking. And we have our opinion, which is should be prohibited. But we're missing our arguments. Where are our arguments here? So this thesis statement is incomplete. Let's look at the example in green. The example on the bottom, there should be an absolute ban against smoking in public. Same again, has our topic and our opinion. And this one now has our arguments. Our arguments are because secondhand smoke endangers the health of non-smokers. Okay, this example only has 1 argument. For you, you will technically need 3 arguments because you will have 3 body paragraphs. Now, remember, make sure to always include your thesis statement in the first paragraph. It could be at the beginning, the end, the middle, wherever you want. Just make sure you put it somewhere in the first paragraph. Number 2, I asked to easily identify your thesis statement. Just put in a different color, bold it, highlight it, underline it, do something so that your thesis statement jumps out at me. Now, let's practice one more time. Here's an example of an actual student thesis statement. I'll give you a moment to read it. Now that you've read this thesis statement, you're probably asking yourself, well, where are the three parts of the thesis statement? Which is the topic? Which is the opinion? And where are my three arguments in this thesis statement? Well, it's not very clear, but I think, let's say the topic obviously is violent video games. Give me one moment. I'm having some technical difficulties here, but here we go. Okay. No, it won't circle. Okay, here we go. Our topic is violent video games. Our opinion is video games are linked to violent behavior. And our arguments are, well, they're not really there. So let's try rewriting it. Okay, our topic here is, we're going to rewrite this. Our topic is violent video games. Our opinion is are linked to increased violence. Sorry, but I'm having a technical difficulty here to circle it. And now we just need to add our three reasons. Here is what the complete thesis statement will look like. Topic is violent video games. Opinion is linked to increased violence. And the three arguments are different types of violent video games, increase in aggression, and impact. Okay, many times in thesis statements, we put the word because. It's just easy to help us link up. It's one option. There are always many different options for writing the thesis statement, but if you want just an easy way to link up your topic, opinion, and three arguments, you can just throw in that word of because. Any questions, comments, doubts? Thanks for watching. Bye.